everyone, and welcome to this week's Rebecca Reads. This week I am really excited to share another book with you, and this book is all about families. It's called The Great Big Book of Families, and it's written by Mary Hoffman with pictures by Ross Asquith. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, most families in books looked like this. One daddy, one mommy, one little boy, one little girl, one dog, and one cat. But in real life, families come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. In this book are a lot of families living in different ways. Perhaps there's one that looks like yours. Families. Lots of children live with their mommy and daddy, but lots of others live with just their daddy or just their mommy. Some live with their grandma and grandpa. Some children have two mommies or two daddies. And some are adopted or live with foster families. And look, we see all of the different types of families. Do you see a family that looks like yours on here? And if you don't, let's keep looking because we might see one soon. Who's in your family? Some people have lots of brothers and sisters, and uncles and aunties, and cousins, and grandmas and grandpas, and even great-grandmas and great-grandpas. But some people have really small families. You can be a family with just two people. Wow, look, you can be a part of a really big family with lots of brothers and sisters and people. Or you could be in a small family with just you and one other person. Homes. People live in all sorts of homes. Some small families live in big houses, and some big families live in tiny apartments. And some people can't find anywhere to live. School. Most children go to school, but some are homeschooled, and some just won't go to school. Others are too young to go to school. And this kiddo's saying, "But I've been to school already. I went yesterday." Do you like going to school? Do you go to school? Are you homeschooled? Are you too young to go to school? This kiddo looks a little too young, I think, to go to school. Jobs. In some families, everyone has a job. In others, only one person goes to work. Some parents work from home, and some can't get a job at all. Holidays. Some families go on exotic vacations, and some stay closer to home. Some visit family in other countries. And they're saying, you don't need to pack everything. And others go on day trips. Not all families can afford a vacation, but most people get some time off from work. Even a weekend at home can be a little vacation. Food. Some moms or dads are great cooks. Others prefer to buy ready-made meals. Most families get their food from shops or markets, but some people grow their own. Look at all of these different shops and markets. This dad is cooking on their own, and uh-oh, that kid, I think, is getting into a little trouble with the spaghetti. And this family is going to grow their own food. Maybe in a garden. Clothes. Some children get new clothes. Others have hand-me-downs. or their clothes come from thrift stores. Some families dress up for special occasions, but some like to wear jeans all the time. And some dress any way they please. Pets. Some people believe their pets are members of their family. And some pets think they're very important family members. Some people even look like their pets. Some families can't have pets, but it doesn't stop them from dreaming. And there are ways that every family can have a pet of some sort. Celebrations. This says, "Happy birthday, Fido!" Birthdays are fun, but some families make more fuss about them than others. You have some parents jumping up and down to celebrate. And then there is Christmas, Diwali, Eid, Hanukkah, weddings, christenings, Kwanzaa, bar and bat mitzvahs, Chinese New Year. Whatever you celebrate in your family, there are usually some special traditions. And they're saying, "What are we celebrating?" And they're going, "Everything!" Hobbies. In some families, everyone has the same hobby. I see a family that likes to read and a person and their pet that likes to knit, and a family who all plays musical instruments. In others, everyone likes doing different things. Transportation. Some families walk everywhere, to the store, to school, to the doctor. Others get around in big cars, or on bicycles, or riding something else. Feelings. In some families, everyone shares their feelings. Other people are more shy, or perhaps they just like to keep their feelings to themselves. Sometimes not everyone in the family feels the same way about things. And feelings can change quickly. There are lots of different ways that people have feelings, right? Some people do like sharing their feelings. Maybe sometimes you want to write it down in a journal instead of talking about it. Or maybe one minute you feel really angry, like this family, and then the next minute something happens and you're all laughing together. Have you ever tried to make a family tree? Sometimes you don't have to go back far to find bits of family who have come from other countries. And if your mom or dad lives with a new partner, you might have to make a whole new set of branches. All right, let's look at this family tree. I see me and mom and dad and brother Joe and Uncle Jim and Uncle Sven with cousins May and Thomas. And then on this side, we have half-sister Sasha and stepdad, step-auntie Maud. We have a grandpa and a grandma and a grandpa and a granny and a step-grandpa and grandma. And then this cat made their own family tree. So their name is Tiger, and they have Brian and Fluff and Mittens as brothers and sisters and siblings, and Tom and Mog. So families can be big, small, happy, sad, rich, poor, loud, quiet, mad, good-tempered, worried, or happy-go-lucky. And there's some pictures of families who are all sorts of things. Most families are all of these things some of the time. What's yours like today? The end. So what does your family look like? Did you see them? Did you see a picture of your family on one of these pages? Or a family that looks kind of like yours? So there are lots of different ways that families can look. And I think something that's so special is that every family is different. That's why they're yours, and that's why they're mine. And that's what makes everyone unique. All right, well, thank you for joining me as we read the great big book of families today, and I'm excited to see you next week when we'll read another book together. Thanks for stopping by to read a book. I'm so glad that you came to take a look. Reading can be fun, it helps us to explore. We use imagination and so much more. I had so much fun getting to learn with you. See you next time when we read something new. Bye everyone, I'll see you next time.